Hello there, my name is Retro. The first time you see my channel, I usually review cartoon series, anime series, so something completely random. And today will be the next individual anime series called She-Ra, Masters of the Universe. I'm 100% sure I have said it correctly. Let's start the review. Now, it's the Princess of Power, so I got it wrong. Now, the whole show is any good. Actually, because it's a reboot, that's even a question to be bad, period. But no, it does the long pass, it does so far. It's like DuckTale reboot quality because it really embraces everything was She-Ra and fix any minor errors that the original had. It give you depth, it give you development, it give you friendship that is questionable, like why am I friends with this chick and actually kill her because she's my enemy but she's my best friend. And I love the whole the relationship was so well established, everything just so well handled. Even the animation that is so 80s, not 80s, 70s, that it's so that time period, you see the influence, instead to change it up to upgrade it, they say to embrace the 70s, they embrace all the techno gear, everything, just fix here and there to make it more polished. That itself is so amazing, especially the intro. I mean, oh my god, it's like the biggest 70s songs I have ever heard in an intro, but it's so empowering, so interesting that it grabs you to watch the series. That in itself, how you do an intro. That in itself, how you do a reboot, because it's just so endearing. Now, the story of She-Ra on Princess of Power, especially our main character, She-Ra, that she is basically in the bad side, that she was raised and learned to hate the princesses of power, because they are evil, they are messed up, but of course, it's how you kind of see her point of view of their side. Till she figured out, wait, what we're doing is bad. I mean, all these horrible things that we thought is bad, but it's not bad, it's reversed. We are bad. That is something that's so interesting, especially how she realized I had to do the right thing to do. But the only problem is, what can you do if a character doesn't know what is the right thing to do? That make her more complicated. Make her more kind of question what she must do, what is right. That in itself is so fascinating, especially the people you're trying to kill, and now you're friends with them or have to work with them, they don't trust you. That itself is so set up so perfect, because every time she talks to one of the guards or one of the main higher ranks, you feel she has issue to communicate, because she is basically like a fish on a water situation, because the things they told her, the things they command her, like things that she's just normal, like how you have birthdays, what the celebration, why you should share things or live a room by yourself because you deserve that. Those kind of concepts, so simple, like love, friendship, and obedience. It's so simple, but she never learned them the other side. The only thing she learned is listen to us, and that's all you need. That itself is so interesting, because you feel every time she sees something new, her eye glimmers of hope and happiness and enjoyment. That feels so refreshing. Especially have other friends that she barely knew. They are basically know what they are, like her best friend Ketra, her best friend, she knew they were a messed up situation and she accepted them to become this messed up overlord. But in the end, she never told her She-Ra friend, like, yeah, you know, we are working on the bad side. No, she accepted it. That itself is interesting, because both friends are really relying on each other. They decide to split up. One likes being disturbed. The other one, like, yeah, we shouldn't do that. Every time they meet, they have this kind of discuss argument that really, what are you doing? Join with us. You know, this is you belong. This is what we are. And that in itself is so interesting. Especially how all the characters, they give more time to develop. Like a second main character, Layla. Layla is basically second in command of the princess, because her mom is the queen of all her kingdom. But the only problem is Layla doesn't really have a voice. She tries, she really does, but when her mom that she want to protect her, you know, love their relationship, they are kind of butting heads all the time, because they're trying to prove herself, trying to be, yeah, you know, I am capable too to do some stuff. That itself is so interesting, because that is so relatable, because you have parents that want you to do stuff, and at the same time you know you can do stuff, but at the same time their both opinions just clash, and every time they talk to each other, that's it. But it's so well written, so relatable. You say, yeah girl, you have to do your own stuff. That is so funny, interesting. You have the other main character, Now you have a third main character be Bo. Bo is a guy who is the archer, who is expert of kind of machinery, not that much, but he is a good fighter and a good archer. But also a good friend to Lena and Shira because he is very likable a friend. He is a guy who has very good opinions, but very cheery, so exciting, so a guy that just so enjoyable. You also have all minor characters, they're also fascinating, but I don't need to break down each character because there's so many. And the fact is so many characters, you have 13 episodes. Each character has enough time to develop and understand who they are. Especially Seahawk. I adore that character. He's not the main character, but every time you see Seahawk, dude, he's a ham of hams. I adore that character. In fact, it's kind of hard not to adore any other character because it's so wonderfully rich each character really is. Especially all the different princesses are basically cliche characters. But cliche in a good way because they do develop. They do have certain personality that actually do shine off the episode. Yeah, I love that. They have dedication to each character so well. Just like, yes, everything I wanted best. Character development, art style, music, everything, pacing. I can't really say anything bad about this series because they do have a lot of things good. Especially the main villains, Horik and Shadow Weaver. Horik you barely knew, but you have a lot of understanding of what he is. Every time he appears in the shadows in that kind of deep, I can't say the words, damn it. The deep voice he has, that domination kind of voice that I am evil, but done so well that yeah, that's especially good. But you don't have time with him. You have more time with Shadow Weaver that is kind of more twisted and more disturbed because how she control everybody, just her hands, how she grabs one of her students and turn her neck, almost kind of disturbing, like you know they're her puppets. You know she can control and snap her neck if she wishes. That in itself is so on edging, that just kind of like disgusting kind of feeling that you just like, whoa, there are good villains. That in itself really does so well because usually when you do a show, sometimes they forget the main characters develop or the main villains. Even the guys are well written. That itself is so applaud because usually when you do a show for a certain turn of graphics, they forgot the other six to develop. I think the best example is My Little Pony Matching in Friends. All the women are well developed, but the male horses, they're not period developed. They're not well developed. You know at least the bare bones, but they don't feel they're so up there. So that's the problem for any type of show. Well, I got really nothing else to say. Well, just watch it. I mean, I highly recommend it. Highest rating. These are 9 out of 10. Recommend. I got nothing else to say. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.